Hey Sagittarius, welcome back to the One Akashic. I'm Natalia and I am doing your Akashic Messages Tarot, okay? Haven't done this in a while and I am definitely going to be clarifying with Osho Zen because these two things just go together, Akashic Messages and the power of Osho Zen, right? Okay, so let's get started. The very first Akashic message that you got is professional assistance. It may be time to seek out assistance or wise counsel. This can be in any life area from legal to financial to personal. And it can be anything like counseling or even therapy, okay? So this is what it looks like. Here is, we see a picture of someone talking to, like a Gaia type of being. I don't see anything that could be misconstrued in this. It's just a pretty picture. So professional assistance is clarified by the Six of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. Y'all, my cat is going crazy right now. I don't know why. I guess he wants to play. I think he hurt himself a little bit. Hey, be careful, Kiki. All right, Six of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and the High Priestess, okay? And in this situation, the High Priestess was a little difficult for me to understand. Wow, I can see how dark I got. I have been enjoying summer, y'all. And I love it. The more melanated my skin gets, the prettier I think I look. So the High Priestess is clarified by the Understanding card, which is essentially the Page of Cups, I believe. Let me make sure. Let me make sure here that it's the Page of Cups. Yeah. Okay, so the Page of Cups has to do with like a new way of doing things and having the courage to try something in a different way. And the Page of Cups in Osho Zen means exactly that. And that is what is clarifying the High Priestess. So Sagittarius, I think that you may need to talk to your friends or talk to people who you trust about something that may be out of character, that about doing something that may not be, something that you would normally do. And intuitively, you are knowing that this is something that you want to participate in. This is a new direction that you want to move in concerning anything at all. But you're not saying this to anyone because I think that you just kind of don't have the courage at the moment to go forward with it. And I also feel like it's just really out of character. It's something that I think a lot of people might judge. And I'm not saying that Sagittarius gives a crap about what anybody thinks, but I do think that this is something that's probably going to affect other people too. So I feel like you're being very, very careful about whatever this is. We've got the Six of Wands and the Page of Pentacles clarifying that Akashic message, professional assistance, okay? And the Six of Wands is all about being successful in something, and the Page of Pentacles is all about being very dedicated to that thing. You could be dealing with somebody who's very young, very immature. This could be about a kid even. But the Six of Wands is you eventually getting recognition for this, finding success in something. So there's something that you want to do that you think could be successful. It might be something that you're doing with a much younger person. It could be a kid, like maybe you have children and you're planning on trying like a new school or doing something different, and you want to talk to somebody about it, and you're being encouraged to try something in a different way. Okay. So for you Sagittariuses that want to try something new, and want success at it, it's sort of being encouraged, but like the universe is saying, I think you should talk to someone about this first, okay, with professional assistance. It could be that you want to try a new business with the Page of Pentacles. It could be that you're a beginner in something that you want to try, and it might take a lot of your savings or something like that. So, like you're just being advised, yeah, definitely go for it. Intuitively, you seem to know that, this is something that you might have to try, but, just get a second opinion maybe. Okay. And then your next Akashic message is Solitude. Okay. So the Solitude card has a sleepy looking owl hanging out, on some beautiful flowers next to like a Middle Eastern looking or Eastern European looking type of building, and it's under the moon, which is it's a full moon, but it's in the form of the crescent moon. And I think that shows that you're going to need time. I think that moon is saying, like, take a moon cycle at the very least, to be by yourself and process some things. So it says, solitude. Spending time alone is often what we need to hear the whispers of our soul. Get to know all aspects of yourself so you can stand on your own in any situation. And we've got the Ace of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Ten of Cups. So this definitely has to do with a relationship. It could have to do with a marriage. It could have to do with someone that you're thinking about in a marriage type of way. The Hierophant is clarified by the sharing card in Osho Zen, and the sharing card in Osho Zen is the Queen of Wands. Okay. Straight up Sagittarius, I think there's a love offer coming into you. And for some of you, that first message about professional assistance is going to resonate with anybody, because it could be about anything new that's coming up. But for a lot of you, these two messages are connected. So the Solitude card is the universe urging you to take time to yourself so that you can figure something out. And it has to do with a love offer that's coming in. For some of you, it could have to do with the job offer that's coming in. But, it could, because, the Hierophant could be institutions and things like that. Maybe somebody is going to offer you a new position. And with the sharing card here and the Ten of Cups, though, this is the Queen of Wands. This is somebody that, is powerful, a powerful manifester. And also the Queen of Wands is known for being attractive. The Queen of Wands is known for being alluring, for being seductive. Okay, so this has to do with passion too. And then your Ten of Cups, right? So a love offer is coming in. It might be a love offer with a lot of depth that may lead to marriage. And this love offer is coming in, Sagittarius, the Queen of Wands could be you, because she represents fire. But I think that you're dealing with somebody that has fire in their chart, or it's somebody that you're very, very attracted to. And then it's going to affect your Ten of Cups, okay? So let's get a little bit more about this, because it's not going to, we'll get a little bit more about both of them, because it's not going to be so cut and dry. The message isn't going to be, this, not complicated. So let's get an Osho Zen card for your Ten of Cups. So we've got the Three of Pentacles in Osho Zen. This is called guidance. How interesting that both of these are resonating, right? Professional assistance is your first message, and within your second message, you're getting another sort, type of oracle message about taking guidance. So the Three of Pentacles is about building something, right? So you're building your Ten of Cups, and the universe is showing you signs, sort of like this High Priestess here, right? And hoping that you're going to pick up on signs of guidance so that you can move in the right direction here and build a very strong foundation. Okay. In the imagery for the guidance card, we see somebody who's following the angel at first, but then looks back like, wait, am I making the right decision? Is this really a message from, my ancestors, or a message from the heavens concerning the Ten of Cups? So this is what I think, Sagittarius. Some of you are really at a crossroads about, who is the right person for you overall, like for your family situation. And you want to build a strong tower with somebody, but I think that you're having reservations about who. So you may have to choose here between people, okay? Let me get one for the Ace of Cups. Okay, we have integration. So the integration card in Osho Zen is all about, it really is about bringing, the yin and yang together, about, bringing the eagle and the swan together. There may be somebody in your life who feels like an opposite to you, that does things very differently from you. That Ace of Cups is coming from a person that seems to have duality, from someone that is going to try to bring, you know, in a way it's like temperance, you know, is going to try to bring two very difficult situations together. This love offer may be coming to you after a time of difficulty too with this person. So let's take a look. I'm going to read out the integration for you. And interestingly for me, integration does very much remind me of temperance. And this is a reading for the temperance for Sagittarius. Yeah, it's the temperance. So let me read out the first scenario because I feel like the first scenario talks more about the feeling, the meaning of it. But you know, it is talking about, like it mentions schizophrenia. And remember, schizophrenia is a card in here. So some of you may be dealing with somebody that has dual personalities. You may be dealing with somebody that has like a mental or emotional you know, like a disorder or illness in which they seem to split into two different people. Okay, that's just like a little side note. The image of integration is the unio mystica, the fusion of opposites. Okay, this is a time of communication between the previously experienced dualities of life. Rather than night opposing day, dark suppressing light, they work together to create a unified whole, turning endlessly one into the other, each containing in its deepest core the seed of the opposite. The eagle and the swan are both beings of flight and majesty. The eagle is the embodiment of power and aloneness. The swan is the embodiment of space and purity, gently floating and diving upon and within the elements of the emotions, entirely content and complete within her perfection and beauty. We are the union of eagle and swan, male and female, fire and water, life and death. The card of integration is the symbol of self-creation, new life, and mystical union, otherwise known as alchemy. Okay, so for a lot of you, you are dealing with somebody, and when you come together with this person who you probably had conflict with, or you know, it's just been a difficult time for you to come together, it may seem like in this relationship it was the right person, wrong timing. It could seem like, you know, you were, you know, banging your head against the wall dealing with this person. But when this love offer comes in and you finally do come together, the Hierophant card here and the sharing card, the Hierophant and the Queen of Fire, it's such an interesting pair up. It couldn't be more different, but it's like it's going to work out. It's going to be the happiest experience, and you're going to love building. I also want to say that with the Three of Pentacles there, you're going to start building sort of from the foundation. So, you know, Sagittarius, if you have a way of doing things, if you endeavor to be with this person, you're going to have to build from scratch. And I think that this relationship is going to be very challenging because each of you is strong and each of you are going to add your own spice to, like, let's say that your love is a product, but it's going to make a very unique product and something that is really fulfilling. Okay, so if this reading resonated with you, hit like and subscribe. Peace.